This video here is for the cowards, the heroes, and the bystanders. So stay tuned.
1 in a million to one villain. Too hot to be in the kitchen, out in the melting the ceiling.
What's up, Javi Lobby? It's your boy Javier with the Javier Show. Make sure you say it twice. You already know what it is. Welcome back. All right, let's get into this. The Democrats have now taken control of the Senate. In Georgia, Ossoff and Warnock has taken the Senate seats, right? Not only did they take the Senate seats, we also find ourselves in the capital right now of D.C., and there are mobs or protesters or whatever it is you want to call it storming the Capitol, right? And I need to put my 2 cents in. My 2 cents matters here. Not only do I live in Georgia, but I am also a conservative, and I find myself being in a situation where it's like, say something. So I got to say something. Here we go. I think that the coronavirus has had a major impact on the votes this year. Thousands and hundreds of thousands of people have died due to the coronavirus. We don't know how a lot of these people would have voted. We don't really know statistically if it would have swayed the election in a whole different way. But we are where we are right now. Now, from a purely political perspective, I think this is bad. Not because I'm erring on the side of the Republicans being able to control the Senate and somehow have a balance of power between the Democrats and the Republicans, but I'm really thinking in a political sense of how much do the Democrats really want that most people don't truly desire. Now, Warnock and Ossoff is very unique characters, and I don't really have a dog in this fight because I didn't like anyone. I didn't like Warnock. I didn't like Ossoff. I didn't like Loeffler. I didn't like Perdue. I didn't like anybody. And I still voted. I'm not going to tell you who I voted for because I'll let you figure that out on your own. I'm pretty sure you understand where I'm coming from. But now I cut on the news and Trump supporters are what they call storming the Capitol. It's funny how they use the word storming, but I see a lot of jokes about, mostly peaceful protests and, just like the Black Lives Matter protests were mostly peaceful, right? But we find ourselves in a situation where it's over for the Republicans. The Senate, the House, and the executive branch are all ran by Democrats. Now, this may be a unique opportunity. Some of you might be celebrating. Me personally, I don't care. Now, I used to care, but then I had to ask myself, why should I care? Because it seems like majority of the people who actually go into the ballot box don't really consider the whole picture when they go vote. Most people vote on specific issues that really touches them in a specific way. And let's just be honest, politics are so complex that the average person doesn't really have the time to sit there and consume it to a level where they can really understand the implications of their vote. Now, I'm going to make a video about voting coming up soon because I got to get that off my mind. But right now, they're storming the Capitol. Now, what do I say about the Trump supporters storming the Capitol? Because in my mind, it makes no sense. Now, some of you might disagree, and that's fine, okay? But the problem I find with this whole storming the Capitol and doing all this, you lost. Trump, you lost. It's over. And in a democracy, you have to transfer the power to the winner and the victor. You keep talking about there's all of these votes that, there was fraud and all of these things that you have no real evidence to actually back up. And I'm tired of sitting on the sideline not saying it. Okay? I haven't been covering current events for the most part. I've been talking to people about philosophical concepts and talking about religion and, but I haven't been focusing on things that has been happening in the moment. You know why? Because it's crazy. It's madness. We are going crazy in America. You have the cult on the left and the cult on the right who have completely lost their minds. Now, I don't care who doesn't like what I'm saying. But the truth is this. It's not meant to be nice. It's meant to tell you to stop it. Wake up, people. You cannot allow Donald Trump to tear apart the fabric of our country. You cannot let Joe Biden or the Democrats tear apart the fabric of our country. You might say that it's one side doing it more than the other side, but every single time one side doesn't get their way, they do something that mimics the other side, and then they're upset when the other side does it. Now, I see this trend, and it's been going on for a long time, at least to my knowledge, and I find myself not really encouraged to be a part of this political system anymore or this political process, because every time somebody doesn't get their way, they happen to just catch a tantrum. Now, I'm not saying this has always been this way, but what are we doing? Because listen to what I'm about to say, please. At least you have a country. You could lose now and still have a country. You could win and still have a country. But the moment you start to tear apart this country based on a political division that cannot be healed, we don't have a country. And what happens when America doesn't have a country? People succeed, other world powers rise to prominence and take advantage of our weaknesses, and we lose. So it does not matter that you did not get your way, because being an adult, being in a democracy means that there are going to be people who agree with you, people who disagree with you, and sometimes you're not going to get your way, and that's okay. Work on the minds of individuals. Work on getting your ideologies fine-tuned, figuring out the issues that matter the most, and convincing enough people to agree with you. Now, this whole idea about the system is rigged. Trump said the system was rigged when he won. Let's say, for the sake of argument and these conspiracy theories, that the election was rigged. Okay? It's not about whether or not the election was rigged. It's about, do your ideas hold enough weight in this country to make a difference, to where you don't have to worry about it being rigged? Maybe you just lost, homie. Or maybe not. I'm sweating. This makes no sense. I just listened to a podcast by Sam Harris today. Shouts out to my boy. And he realizes that both sides have been hijacked with a cultish mentality. I'm not letting the liberals or the left off the hook on this. And I'm not letting the far right and the conservatives off the hook on this. There has been a very, very cultish mentality going on both sides that has hijacked the conversation, that has made people so irrational that we can't sit down as an adults and compromise, learn to lose when it's your time to lose, and win when you're winning, and when you up, you enjoy it, okay? They have 4 years. Biden and Kamala Harris has 4 years. You got 4 years, conservatives, to do your work, to change the next outcome, to fine-tune your arguments, find the issues, and find a way to package it in a way that people will accept it. That's my advice to you. Stop storming the Capitol. Don't catch a hissy fit. Because we conservatives complain about liberals when they go out, or leftists when they go out and do the same thing. Two rights don't make it wrong, and two wrongs don't make it right. Now, I said that fucked up, and I'm so angry and upset, but I'm not even going to cut it out. Two wrongs don't make it right. You get what I'm saying. So, please, if you're watching this, if you've seen it, show this to somebody you love and care about. If they out there protesting, if they not and they upset about the protest, how about you be a human being and you reach out to people and you have a conversation? How about be an adult? Get your mind together and your life together and figure out how can we help heal the country. It's okay. Sometimes you lose. I'm Javier. Thanks for watching the Javier Show. If you're new to the channel, you like politics, religion, and culture, please, I ask that you subscribe. Most of the people that watch my channel are not subscribed. So please, all it takes is for you to take a second to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. I'm out.
1 in a million to one villain. Too hot to be in the kitchen, I'll end up melting the ceiling.